Hi everyone, I'm Brenna Tressler and this is my visual narrative. So the first example I have is by Imaginary Forces, and as you can see they're using words and data to show the meaning of their project, and it's a very simple color scheme, and I think this would work well for what I would like to accomplish. So you can just see that everything is presented with very subtle images in the back and then mainly just words. So the next example I have is this one here, again by Imaginary Forces. And this one has a very subtle background and it creates depth without too much distraction, and I think this would work well in my animation. So as you can see, there is a sense of depth, there's a foreground and a background, but it's not too busy. Everything is very subtle with the colors, and you can see going back it gets lighter and lighter until it fades off into the sky. My next example, you can see here, this one uses a very consistent illustrative style and it has very subtle textures which I think are working very well. So you can see, like, in the buildings and everything has a slight texture to it, and it's just giving it a little more life rather than just having flat color. My next example, so this one has a very interesting use of transitions. They're very different from scene to scene, but yet they're very cohesive. Some of them slide down, other ones more of a folding action, and I think this works really well, and it's something I'd like to explore more in my animation. As you can see, each one just carries you smoothly to the next scene. There's no harsh transitions anywhere in the animation. So the next example I have is this one here, and it has very bold imagery and it gives a very energetic and strong tone, and this can be seen especially with the fist in the air that it just went past. Here, play that again for you. Right here, and I think it works very well to just show the reds in setting the tone and the very bold images. This is my next example. This one is showing anger and annoyance through their illustrations, and I think it's very interesting because it's still showing very bright colors, but it's not exactly a happy tone. So my next example, this one I think shows, has a very good use of zooms throughout the animation just to create drama and kind of transition you through every piece of action while still connecting it to the last and to the next. So as you can see here, it zooms in and then zooms back out to take him into the next scene. So this is my next example. This one is from Down the Street TV. So this one is presenting problems in everyday life, and it uses LA. So it's again a very so as you can see, it's presenting a lot of problems but still using a bright color scheme, so I think that works well. This one I think works really well in creating connections to the viewer, and it makes the information of the animation more personal. It's not just showing one type of person, it's showing many types of persons, and this is working well to create connections throughout the animation, and I think it does a good job of keeping the viewer's attention and relating it back to them so they pay attention to it. And then finally I have this one here, and I really enjoyed the ending of it because it goes through the whole animation and then comes back to this idea of a web, and I think it really enforces the idea of creating connections that it has been doing throughout the animation. Alright guys, that's everything. Thank you for watching.